Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearthstone 4 Kaiserreich Papal. Let's continue on where last left off. So we have defeated Northern Italy. Now our opportunity is like, what are we going to do next? Well, obviously we have to start trying to push our way into France. Luckily, France is at war with a lot of people. We still have to wait for the Entente to get involved. Hopefully they'll do that sooner rather than later. I think the United States, did they do back in business? I'm trying to remember what campaign it was that they did that. I think it's this one. So hopefully they'll be getting involved sooner rather than later. And the Canadians will at some point join in, which is probably going to give us some naval superiority over the Mediterranean, which will be useful. Luckily, wait, no, Venice actually is not at war with the International. I don't know why that is. Fortunately, I don't know if there's anything I can actually do about that. One thing we can do. Got 2 divisions. Like, there's actually just so many men just around everywhere. We did lose 1 Austrian convoy. That's okay. Are we actually going to sink these French ships? No, they're trying to... Okay, we did sink 1 submarine. Maybe we can get a handful more, but it is going to be a little bit tricky. Germany, by the way, how are you guys actually doing on your front line? I mean, you're holding out all right, but doing all right really isn't good enough, unfortunately. Sweden's not in a faction. Norway's in the Entente. Did you do the, No, okay, you're not going to join the International. So maybe at some point join either the Reichspakt or the Entente. Either of those will eventually help us out. I mean, actually, joining the Reichspakt, of course, would be better, because then we'd have one more other person to fight off the Russians. I mean, does Russia have anybody else? No, it's just Russia. Okay. And Russia has probably 125 divisions, which is a lot, don't get me wrong. But it should be alright enough for us to actually hold this off. Yeah, there's a lot of international, or not, yeah, a lot of international troops just around here, unfortunately. So I mean, our options right now I think are kind of limited, more limited than I would like, just because all this territory is occupied by us. Can we actually the donation of Pepin? But unfortunately, we're not able to kind of weaken Italy's legitimacy, as far as I can tell. Maybe because we don't own Turin anymore. I'm not too sure, because they are still technically capitulated. Building slots, 5% stability, but our popularity goes down. I don't know why that would be. Yeah, but 5 steel would be nice, as well as getting cheaper artillery. So we'll get that going. We're trying to build like 1 motorized division. I don't know how much that's actually going to help us out, to be honest. We have 50,000 rifles. So we should be training up some more troops. We also have a lot of sport equipment, a lot of artillery. Let's train like 3 more infantry divisions. The problem with that we're going to face, obviously, is going to be manpower. Like, we just don't have the manpower necessary to field a large army. Like, the army that we have right now... Okay, now the Entente's getting involved. Beautiful. Like, we only have 12 divisions, which is not a lot. It would be nice as well if Switzerland would join the war. No, they're social democratic, so they're not going to do anything, unfortunately. It'd also be nice if either Carlist or the Kingdom of Spain would also win their war and join the war against France. Just open up another front line. Like, that would be beneficial. Yeah, more people are joining the faction. Okay, so we did sink 1 French submarine. Not too bad. I assume now the... Yeah, the Entente are getting a lot of ships in the area. There's just so many men. And again, like, one of the my least favorite war zones, Hearthstone 4, is this river and the mountains. Like, we can probably sit here for a long while and just have the AI slowly grind all their troops against us until they're all dead. It's going to take a while. Do we actually have submarines? No, I don't have enough Navy experience to build anything. Okay. Beautiful. Of course, I would just want to build submarines because they are by far the easiest things to make. I just don't know why the International always puts so many men on this front line. I'm trying to think. Like, a naval invasion would be nice, but there's no way we can do a naval invasion with the amount of men we have. If I was able to get enough German troops to actually support this front line, that'd be a different story. That's one thing I would like to do would be, I mean, Ireland, 4 to 14, 20 to 51. Like, you don't have a large army. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to win the war in the long run. Seeing as we've already defeated the Italians pretty easily. Here we are. Okay, that's a French convoy been sunk. That's okay. We really need the Entente to get something done. The Entente just, more often than not, kind of doesn't get anything done, which is a bit of a shame. You're not in a faction. Are you actually at war? No, yeah, we're at war with the Japanese. I completely forgot about that. So we're in a position that we can hold across the river in all these mountains. Like, they're not going to be able to break us. But it is going to be tricky. Like, Brazil apparently is losing. They're doing the left front. Is that bad for us? It might be. They get a lot of political power. It doesn't really seem like it actually hurts us. And already in the Reichspakt, so I don't think they can really leave, at least not at the moment. But of course, we want Argentina to lose. We want Chile to lose. But that's going to take some work. Bolivia. You're not in a faction, you just kind of exist. Okay. You're going to defend democracy. Again, that's kind of like the things that we don't care too much about. I'm trying to like, where's a weak point here in France? Like, a naval invasion would be nice. But I don't know if we could really get... I mean, if we train up a handful more troops like these guys, we can maybe get it done. But even then, we only have like 4 divisions that we could actually send in. There's not a ton. So we really would need to think about where we are planning on attacking. I don't think it'd be England. I don't think it would be Spain because they're not at war. Again, we still want you guys to lose. I don't think there's anything I can do to guarantee that, at least not at the moment. We do need some rubber, so we'll get that from the Germans. Thank you very much. They just have so many men. I mean, we could just wait until they have no manpower left. But they already have a lot, so it's going to take us a while for them to actually get to that point. The British are close to having 0. And that's about it. Let me just see. Like, we got a port here. We got a port, of course, in Brittany. We could go there. Maybe we could send troops to try to help defeat the Russians a little bit faster, but I don't think that's going to work out too well. We want you guys to be at war at some point soon, just so the... No, we do not want that to happen. We want you guys to be at peace for as long as possible. Got some German... Wait, no, are you German or are you Australian? No, yeah, you're German. Looks like they're actually leaving, which is unfortunate. Okay, it looks like Marseille over here, but it might actually... Toulon might not have anybody in the province. Like, it looks like Nice doesn't. Okay, no, Toulon does, for sure. So these ports are a little bit too heavily defended for us to actually make any moves there, unfortunately. Maybe Bordeaux. Like, there's so many ports like here. Do we actually have naval superiority? Yes. We don't have it over the English Channel. We do have it over the North Sea and the Northeast Sea. So if you get military access through, let's say, you guys, we'll get military access through Austria and through Venice. We could move troops all the way up towards, say, Norway. Denmark, you in the war? You're not in the war. Okay. Like, we could move troops up to, like, Norway and try to invade Britain that way. Maybe. No, but they got troops in every single port as well, which is Unfortunate. They don't have any in Scapa Flow, so we could take Scapa Flow from them. But at least give us a launching point that we could use in the future. That's really about it. Resource gain efficiency? No, we don't want that. We basically have no natural production of anything. So, you know, let's get prepared defense. And our manpower is low. Like, how many men have we lost so far? We have lost 24,000. That's actually, like, a significant amount. Like, the International's lost a lot. Over 1 million. Which is good for us. But even again, they have so much manpower in reserves. It's going to be... Okay, Barcelona has fallen, though. So CNT should capitulate sooner rather than later. I'm trying to think, like, where do we want to be right now? Of course, we want to shrink this front line so we can have more troops that we can use for other things. Yeah, so CNT is dead. So I think the Carlists are definitely going to lose. So the Kingdom of Spain. Will they join the Reichspakt? I mean, if they join the Reichspakt or the Entente, it doesn't really matter too much. As long as they join one of those sides. We just need another front to be open. They just have so many men. Because if we can, like, somehow cut these guys off from supplies, if we can kill all these troops, that'd be beautiful. But I don't think that's going to be happening. And by the way, Poland. Are you... I don't know where you are in your tree quite yet. Yeah, I don't know where you are. So I'm not too sure how close you are to joining an alliance with France. I don't think Poland would last too long. Actually, no, Poland does have a lot of troops. They have probably about, like, 30 divisions. Which is a lot. So we'll kind of see how that, manifest itself in the future, but we don't want them to be too powerful. Okay, Bolivia has been defeated. And it's unfortunate for us, because that's just another country that we have to fight against. Fortress Britain is definitely not what I would want you to do. I mean, I'm thinking, like, maybe we could, like, maybe invade Ireland. That could maybe work. By the way, Scapa Flow in... Okay, it is in the sea zone. Beautiful. Can I deploy these troops yet? I can, and I'm going to. I know they're going to be very green, but I'm not too worried about that right now. We're going to send you guys up to, at least to this port. I guess we actually didn't need to go to Norway. We can... no, we want to probably invade from the north here. Yeah, because we know superiority in both these regions, so that should work out. Once we get the Scapa Flow, we can maybe go to the Isle of Man as well. I'm trying to think. Scapa Flow towards 1 victory point. We could probably take both of these islands in Orkney. I'm thinking, how many factories do we have? We have 6 factories. How quickly can that build a naval base? Just hypothetically, how fast would that take? May 16th. So that is more than 2 months. So that is way, way, way too long for that to be a viable strategy of just building a naval base in the north of England. Or I guess Scotland. Try to funnel supplies through there. So what we need to do is we need to get a landing here. Give the territory to the Germans, so the Germans will actually send some troops over there. Like, we might lose some of these battles, but we're definitely, I think, killing more than we're losing in terms of men. I mean, actually, 4.5 to 2.27 isn't too bad for them. Okay, we might actually need to pull back, which is unfortunate. So we do got you guys here. Delete your plan. Go to here. Like, we should, I think, be alright. I mean, again, we are going to face manpower issues, but I think that's going to happen no matter what. Are you in a mountain province? You are, but I think you're just facing so many troops against you that... I mean, we do have... How many planes do I have? 97? I don't think 97 is really going to make or break us, but putting just any amount of planes in this region probably will not hurt. Now, so get this plan going. So at least take these two northern islands. Again, I don't think there's any British troops there. So, you know, it's at least like a landing ground that we can base our stuff off, our future operations against the English. We'll probably give the islands to the Germans, because they can probably be a little bit more useful with them. Let's fall back just a little bit. Like, I don't like having to constantly be retreating. I don't think there's really too much we can actually do about that. Yeah, like, we know this province is going to fall, because there's only a single German motorized guarding it. Okay, as soon as they take that province, do not be attacking. That's one thing I don't want you to be doing, is attacking straight into the enemy. Okay. They're going to attack into Genoa, but, like, how bad is your penalty here? It's going to be only 30% terrain penalty. I mean, it could be better, but it could also be significantly worse. Like, there's just so many, like, how many men are around here? It's hard to tell because there's so many numbers, but I'm looking at about 75 plus 17 against maybe like 20. So I would say the numbers really are not in our favor right now. Dualism restored. Does that mean you're going to unite into a single country? No. You become a puppet, which doesn't help me at all. I thought maybe you unify into one large Austria, and that can maybe get something done for us. By the way, how long do you have to invade? Oh, you can just invade both islands now? Oh, wait, did I already get the second level of naval invasion tech? I might have. I did! Oh, fantastic. I'm like 5 steps ahead of myself. Yeah, because this area is definitely going to fall. We just need a strong defensive line. Okay, that is in Pacific Ocean. I do not care about that naval invasion whatsoever. Again, I'm not a fan of losing this territory. In fact, I can probably actually give this territory to the Germans so they can maybe focus on it a little bit more. Iceland is joining the International. That does not help me out at all. I mean, we can go invade them. I don't know how helpful that'll be. I mean, do they have any resources? I doubt it. They don't, but I don't think Iceland has an army either, so could do that. It'll be a little bit strange, but I mean, we've actually seen the Pope take over Iceland like a lot recently, like more than you would expect. Yeah, the thing is that they're just constantly attacking us. Like 26,000 or 5,000 is pretty good, but when we don't have the manpower to really hold off forever, that's when it becomes a problem. Because like right now, 2 Sicilies isn't really doing too much. Like if I can get the Austrian troops to move into this territory, that would be nice. But unfortunately, I don't believe that could actually happen. Okay, so we are going to take over the region. So that's at least some progress made. Yeah, so we'll take over both of these ports, delete these other islands. And the rest of you just sit here. Germany, will you take the Orkney Islands? Yes, okay. Because I don't really feel like I need them too much. And maybe it'll give the AI some ideas about some invasions they could do. For some reason, they don't really want to attack like these cities. If anything, maybe I should have been building some like forts around here, but I mean, they're attacking us with so much firepower that I really don't think the forts would actually stop them. Which is definitely an issue. You know what? Let's get better engineers. Yeah, we don't have superiority over which one? The Denmark Strait? I don't know why this is the Denmark Strait, but okay. I mean, how much superiority do we have over here? The answer is 0. Okay, well, it's less than ideal. I mean, you'll still launch. Whoever can launch will just go. Oh, but Portugal's landed in Ireland, which is pretty good if they can actually hold the ground. That would be nice. Will they be able to hold the ground is another question entirely. Okay, so while we can save a respite, let's at least build like level 2 forts across the entirety of the border here. Yeah, but not these ones. We probably want... You want these ones first? We'll see what we can get done. By the way, Mexico, are you in the Entente? No, you're not, unfortunately. You're probably going to join the International sooner rather than later, which is unfortunate. 3 air bases is meaningless. So, you know, let's get the trade unions for the 5% factory output. Because you're going to launch now. You are part of Denmark. You're not involved in the war at all. You declared war on Nepal. Is Nepal in any faction? No, they don't matter. Okay. But it's good to know. Also, the Russians are making some progress towards Finland and towards Germany, which is unfortunate for us. But if we can get these forts up... You actually lost Madrid? I mean, again, we kind of do want the Carlists to win more than the Kingdom of Spain, because the Kingdom of Spain can theoretically become neutral, whereas the Carlists have to join the Entente, which does only benefit us. The Ottomans are definitely going to be losing their war. Again, I don't know if that makes a huge difference to what we're doing. They are sending some more reinforcements up here. It is just, like, unfortunate, the situation we find ourselves in. How many boats do you guys actually have? The British have a decent amount. France basically has none. And if you were to walk, once you actually land, if you were to walk towards Reykjavik, how long is that going to take you? It's going to take you 22 days. But that's okay. I mean, it's going to be another country that falls. And Portugal does have a lot of troops around here. But they have a lot of territory. I don't know if they have a lot of troops or not. And you know what? I want military access to Portugal. It's probably worthwhile for all 3 of these guys to actually make their way down to Ireland. And just have that one guy try to defeat Iceland by himself. But I think for right now, this is going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thank you for watching. My name is Anthem. If you've enjoyed, give me a thumbs up. If not, please thumb down. Want to subscribe, and goodbye.